Hello guys and welcome back to a new episode of... No, I'm kidding. I'll keep it easy. I would like to give you an update about my Huachuma or San Pedro experience. If you didn't see the first video, I really recommend you to watch that one first, because in there I'm telling about the visions that I saw, but that I did not really understand. The visions that I've seen were about slavery and witches that were wearing jog lamps and got burned, and people that didn't have a voice. The message I received was, use your voice, you have a voice. And at that point I did not really understand why I saw those visions, because I don't know anything about witches or slavery or whatever happened in the past. You know, it's not a subject in my life. It's not something I'm reading about, I'm talking about, I'm watching stuff about. So for me it came really out of the blue. But I thought I have to do something with that message, use my voice. So what I will do is make a video out of it, tell people about my experience, and in that way I can maybe use my voice, right? So I did. After my experience, I still thought it's weird that I saw those visions, but maybe in the future they will explain themselves, right? So it was the 16th of September, I was on TikTok, I was watching some videos, and I saw an Iranese woman that was killed by the government because she was not wearing her headscarf properly. Her name was Mahsa Amini. I don't know why, but it did hit me till the bottom of my heart. I felt really emotional, and that's not something I usually do or have. So it was a bit weird for me. But I wanted to share the story. I wanted to make people aware of it. And I also saw some videos on TikTok where Iranese women were raising their hand, where it said like, be your voice or use your voice, something like that. I felt really attached to the situation and also really helpless, because I thought it's so unfair that they don't have their human rights, that they cannot speak their mind, they cannot live in freedom. And I feel so much respect how they're protesting and almost willing to give their life to make Iran a free country again. At one point I had a conversation with an Iranese guy, and I also asked him like, what can I do as an individual? And he said, you can just make people aware of what's going on in Iran. I felt as a really small individual, I was not sure how much impact I could make. I thought we have to do this all together with everyone. I cannot do this on my own. I also saw some videos on TikTok about the situation in Ukraine and Russia, and how people are kind of forced to go into war and what's going on. And normally I'm not the kind of person who's watching the news, not at all, but it just came on my TikTok timeline, and why is this going on? And we need everyone's voice to make the world a better place again, right? So I also made a painting out of it. I will show it later on to you, but where you see that the war in Ukraine and Mahsa Amini, who was killed, and above that you see a guy working on his desk, minding his own business, but not really happy. He can't see the light from outside through the window. And on top you see where the world can be a happy place, where we connect all together and where we can live in freedom and talk our minds, share the love, everything. So at one point I thought, okay, I'm too emotionally attached, let me clear my mind. I will take a shower, put some music on, and just clear my mind, you know. And I was in the shower and I was thinking, and I was like, wait, the girl that I saw in my vision, that had exactly the same face as Mahsa Amini had. So the witch that could not talk and couldn't use her voice but told me to use my voice, she had exactly the same face. This is weird. And also the videos on TikTok that I saw with use your voice was exactly the message that I received from that trip. So at one point all the dots were connected, and I thought, whoa, I really didn't realize it. It was not about the past, it's about the future, and people still need our voice, and it's still a collective thing. So it's kind of bullshit that it was the past. It just showed me a part of your future and how important it is to be that voice. Especially nowadays when we have access to the internet and we can share everything all around the world, you know, it's more important than ever that we use our voice or do something about it. And then I realized the slavery that I saw wasn't about slavery. It was about war, that people had to go unwillingly into war. And I realized that Huachuma was showing me that it's still a collective thing. Miracles exist. It's so weird to realize that a plant medicine can actually show you things like this and make you aware about these kind of things. And still, I don't know exactly what I need to do with my voice, because I still feel like a really small individual. But the only thing I can do is share my experience and maybe make people aware of it. And I would really appreciate it if you have some opinions or ideas what I maybe can do, or if you just feel with me, because I think in the end that's most important, that we are all together and all stand for the same thing, which is in the end sharing the love. I think that's most important in this world. Okay guys, I want to thank you for watching my video. Let me know what you think of it and share your opinion about my experience. And I love you guys. I see you guys later.